Imagine the prospects of having to wake up every day in the morning without clean energy. You don't have power, you don't have anything else. You have to fetch fire for your everyday living. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to talk about SDG 7, Sustainable and Clean Energy for All by 2030. Energy central to poverty eradication, global climate change, gender equality, and provision of smart cities, just to name but a few. Renewable energy is the power to change life, reduce mortality rates. If I have to talk about mortality rates, a lot of people are using firewood, they're using coal to power up their houses for cooking. Imagine the soot that is produced from all that. And if imagine kids, if they have to breathe that in, what will happen to them? There's an approximate number of about 1 billion people who are living without electricity at the moment, and 3 billion people without access to clean and reliable cooking energy. And this is dangerous indoor pollution. As big as these numbers might sound scary, there's an organization working tirelessly, the Swedish Development Corporation, that's doing something very tremendous, especially in Bangladesh. They're empowering communities, villages, houses with solar power. Though they don't get like electricity the whole day, they at least have maybe for partly like 12 hours in a day, which is a starting point. Many other developing countries are doing very well when it comes to this renewable energy. If you look at Germany alone, they've produced an approximate number of about 105 billion kilowatts of energy from renewable sources of energy. What they say is that amount is enough to power households for 6 months. Households that use about 2,500 kilowatt hours for the same period of 6 months. Look at Portugal. In 2016 alone, 95% of the consumed energy in Portugal came from renewable sources of energy. If these countries are able to do it, why can't we? Every parastatal, government, individuals, private sectors are able to step up and be able to do this. We surely will be able to get there by 2030. It's a matter of copy and paste, though it's not very easy. This whole process requires funding, requires money, something that people shy away from. As hard as this shift may sound, in the past 6 years, the Minister for International Development Cooperation, Isabella Lövin, she said there's been a drop of almost like 70% in renewable sources of energy in terms of pricing. If you look at the cost of renewable energies, it's about $0.04 per kilowatt for onshore wind alone, then about $0.01 for solar PV alone. If we have to compare them with fossil fuels, we're talking of about 0.05 to about 0.17 price per kilowatt hour for fossil fuels. With more research and ever-changing technology, we are able to get there. But it only takes us to start, to step up, get everybody involved, all individuals, so that we are able to do this. Imagine there's an individual guy who was talking about technology. Unfortunately, he's left. We've got data centers. They produce a lot of heat. These data centers, they pump in a lot of electricity in, and 98% of that electricity that's used is wasted as heat. Imagine if we regenerate that 98% and we pump it back into the system. That means we are able to use that renewable energy instead of having to use more electricity. In China alone, there's a park station, a bus station. What they've done on the tiles, they've put like capacitors, then they put tiles on top. How this works, when people step on top of this, this is all about energy excitation. So when everybody steps on top walking, that place is a very busy place. So every time people pass through there, they are able to generate power because they've put load cells and capacitors there. That alone it enables for them to power up that station with the lights. At the end of the day, like I've said again, money is needed for all this. In governments, like I said again, we need to come up, individuals, private sectors, corporates, so that we are able to meet this SDG 7. And in closing, we can only go as far as you see, and impossible will only take a while. But if we are able to all coordinate, we will be able to get it. Thank you very much.